Hello friendos, and welcome to my channel. I am beedee, and if this is your first time here, well, hey girl, you're cute, okay? And if you are a returning viewer, a subscriber to the beedee presents channel, I just want to take a time out to say thank you so much, and I am sorry, okay? I know it's been several months since my last video, but life has been great. Nothing's going on. It's just, you know, life. You know, things get busy, you get occupied, you know, whatever, what have you. But I really missed you all, and I really wanted to talk shop because I haven't in a while. As always, you know, I'm praying that you are doing well. I pray that you're staying in the word, keeping God's commandments, okay? Staying on that righteous path, okay? And taking good care of yourself in the meantime. I hope you all have been okay during, you know, the end of the year, and as we start 2026, don't put too much pressure on yourself about resolutions and things like that. Know that you can always improve your life at any stage, any day, any season, any time of the year, okay? I look to spring as the appropriate time to make any, you know, changes or updates, because things are coming alive. You know, the greenery is starting to come out, the birds are chirping. Don't put too much pressure on yourself during the winter, okay, to do all that. But anyway, you see what happens when you are a subscriber. You know, you get that apology because you deserve it, and you get a bit of an extended, you know, greeting check-in because also you deserve, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna even be like, you know, if you want that too, go ahead and subscribe, because I gotta deliver on my end. So all I'm gonna say is that if you are watching this video, it's your first time here, if at the end of this video you like it, I would love to have you. So please consider subscribing. But other than that, let's jump right in. Disney, just a few quick thoughts on the new Disney Princess Collection. I did do a video on the first iteration of the Princess Collection last year. I'll link the video in the description box, and this is the thumbnail if you want to check that out. I believe for the collection this year, we have 6 scents, with 2 of them being returning scents from the first go round. So Belle and Tiana are returning, and if you want to know my thoughts on those 2 scents as well as the others from the first release, go ahead and check that video out. But for this video, I want to talk about the 4 that are new, the new princesses, you know, to the vibe, which are Mulan, Aurora, Rapunzel from the movie Tangled, and Miss Snow White herself, okay? Which she shouldn't be on a remix, she should have been on the original, but neither here nor there. And there also is a new body hair collection in this release, which is called Life's a Fairy Tale. I believe last year it was just a candle, but this year they have the body hair. I'm gonna talk about packaging first, because, you know, I eat in my eyes. And what I will say is that they did improve, or not improve, they made changes to the packaging from last year. I really thought the packaging last year was beautiful, but they made some additional changes. Honestly, I feel like they wanted it to be a little bit more playful this go round, and I think they nailed that. You have colorful tops on the fragrance mist. I feel like with each princess, they did include elements that would trigger that this is about this princess, with the exception of like Rapunzel. I feel like, I don't know what, I mean, it's just floral. So, but I love the colors. You have Aurora with this very pretty pink. I think that's my favorite of all of the releases, is the packaging for Aurora. You have a teal color from Mulan. You have a beautiful blue, which is so appropriate for Snow White, and you have some apple elements and birds on there. And then for Rapunzel, it's in a pretty purple kind of color, so I really like that. Of course, Belle is once again in her gorgeous like marigold yellow color to signify her beautiful gown that she wears in the movie. And then you have Miss Tiana, who is in green. So I think the packaging and all the elements, and even with the accessories like the candle holders and the pocket bag holders, and even some of like coin purses, all of those things are beautiful, and they really feel Disney to me. Like, if this collection didn't release at a Bath and Body Works, and you just went to like one of the parks, into one of the gift shops, and you saw these things in there, to me it feels perfectly Disney. So I really like what they've done with this collection in terms of the design. I think it's beautiful. But we're here for the scents too. So I'm gonna start with Rapunzel. The notes for the Rapunzel scent are glowing sundrop flower, rich nectar, and golden musk. So I really thought this was a nice scent. It is musky and For me, if I think I smell it too long, it'll lean a little too mature for me. But there is a playful element here. I don't know if that's the rich nectar. I don't know where they're pulling the nectar from, like which fruit, let me know. That's almost like, I don't know, it cuts some of that floral out and gives it a bit of a pep. I don't know how to really explain it because I can't pinpoint what nectar they're pulling this from, and if it's the nectar or if it's the sun drop flower. You know, they get very expressive with their descriptions, you know what I mean, and their scent notes. But I like this one. I think it was cute, and it can go either or. If you're super young, you have a kid, they might like it, but I think this will apply more for like adults. So I like the Rapunzel scent. Next one I'm going to talk about is Mulan. So the notes for Miss Mulan are Magnolia Blossom, Fierce Waters, and Radiant Apricot. This is a fresh aquatic scent, but something there leaned a little spicy to me, and I don't know what. Now, I don't know if that's because they said fierce water, if they added a little jalapeno to that or something like that. I don't know. But it gave a bit of a spice to me, and not in a cinnamon kind of way. That was a little bit like, I don't know if I love it. Now, Snow White has notes of mystic red apple, ripened fruits, and enchanted woods. This is such a nice apple scent. I know Bath and Body Works has a few apple scents. I cannot say that this reminds me of any of the other ones. I will also say though that I wish the apple was a bit more pronounced here. It's there, but because it's mixed with that enchanted woods, it does lean woody. I love woody scents. Not overly heavy though. It's still juicy. You can smell the ripened apple, but I wish it was a little bit more prominent, to be honest with you. But I think it's a cute scent. Now, my favorite packaging of the collection is Miss Aurora, and her scent notes are soft rose petals, sandalwood dreams, and sparkling fairy dust. Now, in the past couple of years, I've become a bit of a rose fan, okay? And I think it started with, a couple of years ago, they did like a rosy scent for one of their holiday collections. It was in the same collection that Pink Suede returned in. And that was like, maybe I could get with rose. And then they did Covered in Roses because Delina was very popular. And I was like, oh, I really actually like rose. And also Juice from Commodity is a fragrance that I purchased, and it has rose in it too. So I was like, what's happening to me? I feel like rose evolved or at least the type of rose that was being used in fragrances really shifted in the past few years. So it was a more elevated rose and not super old school, floral shop traditional rose. So I really like that. This scent to me is a softer, more approachable version of, I think, a Covered in Roses. If you find the rose way too sharp in Covered in Roses, I think you would like this one. And again, I think it is a little bit more playful, whatever they mean by fairy dust. It cuts into rose being like way too sharp and too like predominant. So I really like this one as well, but did it feel like something super unique? Not at all. So, and then Life's a Fairy Tale. This one, again, I believe it was just a candle the first time this released, but we have body care, and the notes for this one are Turning Berries, Floral, Fairy Tale, and Kingdom Woods. This was odd to me. This one, a very weird smelling woody berry scent with like some vanilla somewhere in it. I don't know. I didn't really find this one to be super complimentary, like the notes of each other. Maybe it is a better home fragrance than like a body care, because sometimes that happens. Like I really love Book Loft as home fragrance, but I did not want the body care. And I thought that I would, but it's just a better home fragrance to me. So I think this might be the case for Life's a Fairy Tale. But super pretty, and I love that they just expanded the collection just in case you were someone that really loved it. So, quick overall thoughts about the collection. Very pretty packaging. It's nice to see that they added some new princesses to the lineup, and of course returning favorites. For any of the scents that I felt like I needed in my collection, no. I don't know, I felt like the collection was solid. It's a good, safe offering. All of the scents are pleasing. None of the scents are jarringly different or anything like that. It has something for everybody, to be honest with you. You know, for me, I'm looking for things that kind of push the envelope in terms of like creativity. This collection isn't supposed to be about that though, so I'm not even looking for it. I feel like they did an excellent job given what this is supposed to be, which is appeasing to everyone, something for all ages, and I think they did that. If you are a Disney adult, or you have children who are into Disney right now, or you are Bath and Body Works collector, I think for those pockets of people, this is going to be solid. And the accessories and all those things are beautiful too. I do want some of the accessories, not gonna lie. So those are my quick thoughts about the Disney Princess collection. Let me know what you think of this collection in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, again, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I would love to see you again. I will see y'all real soon. For real. Okay? Bye.